All right. That we will start. We've got our insanity, our ambushed rat king, the body of many rats. Our players seem to have unearthed an attack, realizing it was sentient, and now realize it might not be the best thing to mess with. A reminder of what this monstrosity looks like right there. As we continue. So, Stelicus, you with your pink ring, get to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm lethargic from haste, so I can't do anything.
Oh wait, that's this round? Fuck.
Yes. Because I didn't want to forget.
Celicus, you're keeping up the I'm getting screwed at the start of fights theme, the same way Barrett's keeping up the theme of I roll low.
I know, at least I'm not on fire and blind this time.
Not tonight. Barrett's gonna
I'm just really tired.
Barrett's gonna do real work tonight.
Hell yeah, he is.
Very good. In that case. Yep, that will do it. As we go to Flynn.
You have to roll the D10.
Let's roll that D10. Negative how many?
Oh my goodness.
What is your turn?
All
I'm
right.
gonna do it just anyway. I want to do it anyway.
-4.
I'm going to. Slow doesn't have a size restriction, so I'm going to steady aim for advantage and shoot my light crossbow at this thing.
Go.
I believe that's a D8. Oh shit! Get in the box. That's horrendous. 17?
17 just hits.
Oh, thank God. So it's going to be 10 non-magical piercing, and then it's going to be. Hold on, let me double check one thing. So I don't remember if my poisoner feat ups my poison damage or not. So it's going to be 12 poison from my sneak damage. And it does ignore resistance in case.
Yeah, it takes all that anyway. 22
All right.
damage.
That is my turn, because my we're gonna say that Little Shadow is gonna take the dodge action. That's my turn.
Yeah. Alaric.
Kind of trying to take in what I learned from Jathquios, looking like giving a concerned look over at Whisper. I'm going to yell out to the others, I think there's a high likelihood that if we kill this thing, the trees are going to hatch. There's a balance here that we're upsetting. And I would like to spend my action to see if it looks like there's any chance we can pacify this creature, so like without kill. Like, what I mean is, can we talk our way out of this, or does it look like it's enraged, like it's beyond talk?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Which I'm not great at, but 11.
Okay. Yeah, I think with an 11 is you're trying to get this. I'd say it's not so much enraged as it is definitely threatened. And you would, I think if you could convince that there's a safe path for it, maybe but it definitely is difficult to do so.
I think we should back away from it. And I'm gonna use. Let's see. Approaching to make it like I'm going for Celicus. I'm hoping that's. I'm doing this non-threateningly towards the creature. 5, 10, 15, 20. If I try to move Celicus away from this creature, does that provoke an op attack on Celicus?
So the way I rule this is it provokes an op attack on the person dragging.
Okay.
It usually have to kind of get in, grab them, and get them.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll use my remaining 10 feet to move Celicus back 5 and provoke that op attack.
You got it. Yeah, with that, again, just in this rage here, it whips its tail over at you. 4. On that one? No, it's not that one. 15. Sorry, 7. I think that misses you anyway.
Wait, what was it?
15.
15. I have to shield. Those like huge purple spikes are just like aiming for my face. I throw up this arcane shield. It just glances off. Like, oh, that was almost very bad. Keep dragging Celicus back. And I don't even know if it makes sense, but I want to try. But because I have the bonus study action, but I was focused on the trees. But that might be perception. I can't do that, so I'm gonna pass.
And Whisper.
Wait, I'm confused. Right into monster go? Did I miss something?
That's my familiar right before you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, wait, there was a monster that was skipped. So Whisper will shout out to everybody. Alaric is telling us to disengage. And we'll say to the creature, please let us try and talk this out. And we'll cast Healing Word on the creature.
Okay. Very nice. So let's roll that healing.
It's 10. And that'll end my turn.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. Let's do... Because Healing Word is a bonus anyway, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
So let's go ahead and give a Persuasion check. I don't know. That just fell out of my mouth weirdly. And that's... It's hard when, say, it's DC 25, but you're going to get a plus 10 on top of your regular stuff for the 10 points of healing you've done.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
By 1?
Wait, are you human?
No. All D20 rolls, right?
Yeah, because you're under the effect of the things that you said.
Oh, fuck. That's tragic.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh. So I felt the need to give the DC ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like, Jathrios.
All right. So Jath, already haven't spoken before, will lean towards a little bit and say, look, we're obviously not trying to hurt you. We came across you by accident. And telepathically, I'm going to switch from talking to Alaric to talking to the Rat King. And in his mind, he hears, seriously, we can withdraw and walk away. Nobody has to get hurt. It was an accident, I promise. Then I'll cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
That's it.
Doesn't that only affect humanoids?
Yeah.
Yes. He's not humanoid, right?
Nope.
Hell
Damn it.
no. Look at this thing.
The rest of the party is real chill all of a sudden.
The
I mean, that
idea
might
was
help.
good. The aspect was not. All right, cool.
Do no
Um,
command. You could be like, command flee.
That's not what I'm aiming for exactly. That's not the goal at the moment. Everything else is pretty offensive.
Separating ourselves from it. I thought that was the whole goal right now.
Shitballs. 2 seconds. I will, having sent my message, just take the dodge action.
Right. Then the Rat King. Let's see if their blast recharges. Yep.
Oh, good.
Hell yeah.
Not persuasive.
Yeah, I think with everything going on, we do the following. Okay, so it's going to swing its tail at Barrett twice. That one. Then a 19 to hit.
A 19 meets.
Right. It causes immense pain within your mind for 37 psychic damage.
Oh man, look at all those dice.
And then I need an intelligence saving throw.
13.
Okay, so two things. Your movement is reduced by 10 feet, and you can only take an action or bonus action or movement on your next turn.
Ooh, dazed.
Okay.
Yes.
That is not a D&D Beyond condition, but that is the term
Correct.
for it.
If I wanted to, I still get both of my attacks and my main action, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's extra attack is a supplement to just the attack action, so
Okay.
it's a replacement effect, so to speak.
Yeah. And with that, it's going to blast Alaric, Celicus, and Whisper.
Brain blast.
So this intelligence saving throw, remembering if you have that D10.
The dice give it, and they take it away. I got 20.
Oh no.
For 18.
Nice. Oh, that saves against that.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Dang it.
So this is save or suck. So nothing happens if you success. But on a fail, that is 24 psychic damage. And you have Jinxed, which is the D10.
Oh shit. How is
Bloody
Celicus,
pouring
Alaric,
out of
and
Whisper.
Whisper looking? Like, did that look like that really took a toll on you guys?
It looked like it fucked Whisper up.
Yep.
And then it's going to go ahead and burrow into the ground.
Oh no.
As it kind of says, "We flee, we flee." now is underneath, fully covered. As we'll go to Barrett.
Barrett will whistle to Gallop to have her come over, and I have 20 feet of movement. Will Gallop be able to get to me, and can I mount within the same turn and just use movement, no actions?
Yeah, so I believe it is
Mounting is half your movement.
Yeah, half movement to mount.
Okay, cool. I will do that. Gallop will come over, and I will mount, and I will end my turn. I'll group this up and then put him back.
Got it. All right. My big question is: anyone have initiative-oriented things they need to do?
I got nothing. That like
I'll just go
requires
through if
initiative.
people can pass or not. So Celicus.
Chaos.
All right. Make your save for what it's worth. Flynn.
I'll take the dodge action.
Alaric.
I'll pass.
Yeah,
Whisper.
it's not gonna happen.
He's currently on Gallop.
Whisper is going to cast Cure Wounds on herself at second level.
Got it. Then Jethkios.
Hang on, what's the effect we're up against? I missed something.
It's the.
I don't think it
the
ever
people
hit
that-
you.
It didn't hit you. It's the people that
Yes.
got hit with the
Okay.
cone.
Cool. That was my Okay, cool.
They have
Bonus
the
action.
jinx condition.
Bonus action, burn the innate sorcery, which helps with advantage and DCs. And then go ahead and burn. Do I upcast or not upcast? I don't think I need to. Let's do.
The creature's gone. Like it burrowed.
Right, not visible.
Oh, okay.
Can I hold action a leveled spell?
It'll burn the spell.
Or
Your-
just yeah,
your,
or just a
um,
cantrip. Yep.
You'd be holding the spell for your trigger effect, so you'd be concentrating on it.
And if
and
it doesn't
then-
show up.
If you don't, if you choose to not trigger, or if either way the spell slot's burned.
Okay. That is reasonable. I'm going to hold action Firebolt.
Makes sense. And then second from Barrett.
I'm sorry, I get another turn?
Just checking if there's anything you wanted to
Oh,
do.
nope, nothing else. Yeah, I'm good.
That way we're just gonna everyone gets to pass. All right, in that case, it goes by. While a little bit more disturbing of the dirt, you feel reasonably confident that this thing has fled and tries going to lick its wounds underneath the earth or in whatever burrow it has made in the area. As we exit initiative, and you all have the scene.
Alaric, why didn't that work? Why didn't it want to parlay?
I messed that up.
No, we both did. But why? I feel like the offer was good enough. I feel like the conversation was conversation. The offers were reasonable. Why would it decide to?
But-
Was it just fear?
Because we attacked it first
Yeah, I would
before
say,
we made the
well,
offer.
Well, and then after we made the offer, we attacked it.
The play there was the sleep, I think, was valid, but then we should have tried to restrain it, not kill it. And
But I mean, your sleep lasts for at least a minute, right?
right, and I don't even know if we could have restrained it.
Well, again, open question. If we gave it sleep and then left, would it have chased us, or just walked away?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Just
Just like Alaric, you couldn't know that it was sentient. So there's
We found it the hard way.
Sort of how things happen.
but we learn from our failures. Jathquios, are you able to, in your connection to the mind, are you able to determine beforehand if things are sentient by trying to connect to their mind?
If I could see them, but sometimes they figure it out.
There's risk both ways. True.
I suggest we not stick around here.
No,
That went to
like,
look at wounds.
Are the trees looking more agitated, like the things that were wriggling in them?
I don't think there's been a significant change.
Okay. I think Flynn is right. I think we proceed on.
This way, then. And I just start walking.
Are there actually like dead campers there and a fire, like an old campfire, like a dead adventurers or something next to that tree?
Yeah, there are dead folks here.
Are they infested by the like the stuff in the tree, or can we loot them? Because I don't want to provoke the tree, but if they're just sitting there, then
Oh.
Yeah, you don't see any part of the tree touching the person.
These guys?
yeah.
So that it's always so funny. I get a lot of those in my Daggerheart where people are like, "Can I do this?" I'm like, "It depends how you freaking roll when you do it." But I mean,
Yeah, theoretically, you could do it.
like whatever. It's like, but I don't want this negative because I'm like, well, that's what the dice are for.
Yeah.
But no, I get to think there doesn't seem to be a guaranteed bad consequence for just looking at them.
Then yeah, I would do a quick study to see if there's anything worth taking off of them before heading out.
Absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
If I can help, I'll peer over his shoulder, and as in usual Jathgos and Elric manner, you missed a spot over there.
Oh,
You really did.
yep. 28 is much better than the 14. Thank you.
I just realized this is a river. I thwipped across.
Yeah. What strikes you immediately as you begin going over their belongings is that the bodies are bloated. And as you kind of even begin to get close, and you can't really search without some disturbance of the body, you see the skin that already looks tight begins to tear as massive amounts of centipede just crawl out. And filth is everywhere. And just in this thing. And as they leave, and this moment of you stepping back, I assume,
Yeah.
all seem to go. And as they move about, it's a combination of them and a few rats come out, and just the smell comes off of horrible detritus. And you then see, after they're gone, it just seems to be more like these flat sacks of flesh.
Mm-hmm.
But still seeing the items. About 300 gold would be here. And 2 potions of healing greater. And these kind of strange, very dry 3 dry 2-inch blue cubes. With like kind of a weird feel to them. Like they're feel like dehydrated, like freeze dried almost. We would kind of get that feel to it of a substance.
Those are too large to be dice, obviously.
And in addition, you see one of them wears a symbol around their neck that the symbol itself seems to be of this nude woman with long hair. And how it's attached is in such a way where it seems like to be almost one piece, like it's been magically fused to the cord. And the cord itself is seems to have no way that one would take it off, like it was molded and bound to this person's neck.
Does it look like a symbol of the Changebringer?
No. But if you or anyone wanted to try a religion check, I'd allow that.
Yeah.
Are any of the centipedes venomous by chance?
You want to find out the hard way?
Give me a nature check.
So I'm also rolling religion here.
24.
Let's see, it says.
Does my brain blasted condition go away yet?
It lasts for 24 hours.
24 years.
Or jinxed, I think you called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, you have to make the save to get rid of it or a long rest.
Oh, damn. And the save was 16.
Yeah.
Do you have any plus to your int save?
No, I'm gonna actively attempt to save again.
Yeah. We'll give it a
While
minute. I
everybody's
just
doing
don't want
this.
to have to. Yeah.
Well,
As long as it's possible.
It will eventually happen.
Yeah.
Oh look, it happened! Maybe. Hang on.
No,
I have to do the
you gotta see what the D10 is. Because on average, when we get so excited to end an effect that it'll effectively now end in a minute. Because we're like, we're not going to sit here and roll.
What a kindness.
Oh, Christ.
My religion check was a 22.
Okay. In that case, looking this over, the 22, you recall there is a sect that you recall this belonging to, specifically for what might be called the worship of, but usually the chosen of Vesh. Also known as the Bloody Siren.
Then my nature check was 24.
Okay. Looking at this vast amount, you think there's a few venomous ones in there. About what you know mostly about Vesh here would be should be classified under a potential demigod or a witch or something. It's kind of unknown the exact type of deity she is, but most would agree she's not a full one, not like a betrayer god or anything like that. and that she selects suitors, sometimes over a large amount of worshippers who might all engage in an orgy, and she might choose one of them and kill all the rest, and then lie with that person within that massacre and choose them then for her vessel as her mate, watching over them for life. She's known to be a being of many mates, but demands fidelity on the other side.
All right. So 300 gold, and it was 2 potions of greater healing, right?
Yeah.
And do the blue cubes seem magical in nature?
They do.
Might have to wait until we're resting to take a better look at these for an extended period of time. So, unless there's anything else, I'm ready to go.
Would I be able to capture a couple of the venomous centipedes?
Yeah, I think easy enough. You can do that.
Sick. I've got my poisoner's kit and all that jazz.
2 hands versus 100.
Before we
I'm
head
still
out-
bigger than the centipedes, just because I'm a halfling.
And it wasn't a size joke, I promise. This time.
But before we head out, Barrett's gonna trot over on Gallop to whisper, and reach his hand down and say, "It was Whisper, correct?"
Yes.
I don't know how long we're gonna be having travel, but being the only person that can probably save our ass if we get in a sticky situation, you're more than welcome to ride on Gallop with me if you would like. And he'll reach his hand down to help Whisper if she would like to get on Gallop as well.
Sure.
So as Whisper gets onto Gallop, who seems like she doesn't really have a body because she's a celestial horse, as you sit down on what you think is nothingness, you feel the form of Gallop. And she is actually going to use her bonus action, Healing Touch, to give you 2d8 plus 2 health back. So 7, 8, 9 health that you get back, and he'll kind of pat on Gallop and say, all right, it looks like we're on our way then.
Thank you.
Looks like we're all at Cozy Coven at this point. Shall we off?
I will thwip across the river and then lay down a couple ropes for you all to be able to.
By the way,
The horse can jump across. I don't know if the the others can.
how far were we from the border of the Druid city of Charis? I think we sent Flynn up a tree to look around and see where the lines were. Do we have a
2
sense
weeks.
of how far we are?
-ish.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yike. 1 yike this time.
Thereabouts. Maybe a day less because we've long rested.
As the crow flies, they laugh at us. We're not crows.
But we're headed towards the red web.
Correct. The red webs in the trees that borders the vaporous and the insectoid / Charis. It's like this tri-point.
So what you're saying is I'm going from a rat monstrosity snack to being a spider snack.
Correct.
That little fellow over there has a spider. They might be friends.
I mean, technically, you were going to be a spider snack and got interrupted by a rat to become a rat snack. 'Cause we were already headed to the web.
That is also true.
Right,
Whisper.
right.
Do we want to continue that spooky thingy that one of y'all does where we're just not seeable for a while, or does it take too much energy?
That was Whisper, and I think we had one more use of that.
But if it's going to be 2 weeks, the point is sort of lost, right? Or sort of.
Well, it
Gonna
was
be
just trying
noisy
to
at
get
some
as
point.
far in a day as we could without disturbing the locals.
Well, and do we think the rat thing will actually come after us, or is it likely not interested anymore? It seems quite surprised.
Hard to say. Could go either way.
I think
Alric,
it
what-
would be best if I reserve my energies now that we've had that fight. I expended resources we weren't planning on. So unfortunately, I don't know that that would be a wise use of the energy that I have left.
Perfectly fine answer. Perfectly fine.
To Little Shadow, I say, "Oh, it seems they've finally taken notice of you."
Was that audible?
It was said out loud, but it wasn't like broadcast. So if you have a high enough, like he wasn't hiding it, but if you have a high enough passive perception, I was like 30, 40 feet away from you all because I started in the direction we need to go after we collected everything. This way,
So
if
we
you will.
Lead the way, little one. Lead the way.
And so I will lead the way.
Okay. So, I push it forward here. Then I would say, for this day of travel, I think you've kind of get into the night, so it's probably the time where you might want to sit down and do your rest or such. And however you'd like to go about and get into that.
Are we still in the same terrain? Are we in the swarm?
Yeah, we're in the
streets?
insect thing for a while. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
the 2 weeks to Cheris we're either 2 weeks from Cheris in the insect domain, or we're like a week out from the vaporous terrain.
Right. Okay. Well, knowing that the swarms love inhabiting the trees, I'm not going to get anywhere near one of those. And begin the ritual to create the tiny hut emanation.
The pink column that was produced last time we killed one of these critters, is it gone or still there?
We wouldn't be able to see it from here unless it was like
It should be way past, right?
we traveled. So unless it was like a really super high column, we
Right.
wouldn't be able to
Right.
see it from where
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is more like, if the hag had a sense of where we were, she shouldn't have a sense of where we are at this point, correct?
Not like automatically, yeah. So she'd have to do some significant tracking.
Cool. Perfect.
Nice. So she hasn't mastered Sage Jutsu and isn't.
Barrett's just gonna tell Whisper, hold on, get ready to land on your feet. And then he's gonna kick Gallop, and Gallop's gonna dissipate kind of into a pool of glimmer, and we're gonna drop down off of her. Alaric, you're building us another hut, huh?
I suppose you could consider it building as he continues to make the glyphs.
His hands
Yeah.
look too supple to have built anything.
How
Jath smirks.
how often can you do that, Alaric?
Every
Yes.
10 minutes.
Really?
Right. It just
Every,
takes
every 10 minutes and an action.
focus. Right. 10 minutes and some change.
I love wizards. Then he kind of looks at Whisper. He goes, "He could build us a hut." Not taking into consideration that Whisper has been with Alaric before.
To be fair, I don't think Whisper was with Alaric when he gained the ability to do that.
Oh,
so it would
okay.
be new.
All right. Jeff casts minor illusion and makes Barrett smell like a horse for a moment.
Gallop? Just kind of looks around.
Why are we circled around Alaric? I like say to Whisper.
Apparently he can build a hut now.
Yeah, not with wood. It was Flynn, right?
Yes, that's correct, Barrett.
Yeah, not with wood or anything. You'll see. You'll see. It's really nice.
I miss my horse.
You had a horse? You had a horse.
Had. It's been a very long time.
I mean, I am a newcomer. Tell the tale.
We had to leave her back in the ruins.
Of?
Draconia.
Wow.
In the camp.
Okay.
Can't imagine traveling with a horse within mines would have been particularly easy.
Well, I took
Maybe
the
it's
horse
pony.
there, and then I didn't need to go anywhere else with Sapphire.
You left
And
the horse
also
there?
when we had to leave, it was pretty rushed. I hope she's okay.
You just left her there? You didn't leave her with anybody? Or does anybody know about her?
Well, there were a bunch of other horses there.
Yeah, she's probably okay.
How many horses were within the mines of Draconia?
It wasn't really the mines, it was the camp outside the mines.
Oh, well, you said ruins. I assumed you were within the ruins.
But you named your horse.
Well, she came named.
I see.
And Sapphire's a nice name, you know? It's a gemstone, and it's like makes it seem like she's expensive.
It's
Is
like
that
having
important?
Chath, have you had any animal companions?
I did once. He wanders a lot though.
Okay.
Five-minute story. I saved a pseudo dragon once, and it maybe kind of latched onto me, and then I kept going and going and going, and no matter how much I refused to not feed it, it fed itself. But like there was a moment where like it sort of lost interest. Maybe. I don't need pets. I don't need attachments per se. I wasn't trying to hurt the thing, but it eventually just decided I wasn't its thing. So we just parted ways.
I don't think I ever needed a pet, but the companionship has always been nice.
Yeah,
Let's
pseudo
see.
dragon's not a pet. It's much more intelligent. It's actually tricky in its own. Continue, please.
No, yeah, I've never had a dragon, just Gallop. Alaric has his bat, bird. He summons a
Both.
lot of things. Flynn, he has a spider. Celicus used to have a horse. Whisper, have you had anything?
I had a friend Pixie that was traveling with me for a while, but she's back in the Feywild.
Huh.
So not really an animal, a person.
Yes.
Oh, and well, there's of course Sammy.
Sammy.
So Sammy's latched onto Alaric or Whisper now. Who is Sammy following?
Celicus.
Oh, Celicus, even better.
Speaking of which, I probably should feed him.
Yeah, there's been some meat lately.
No, don't wander off right now. Vinzikut. And okay, now you can wander off.
There was a perfectly good Moorbounder corpse. You could have fed him.
Mm. There, as you ask, I definitely had a tapeworm once, but I don't think that counts.
That's like an involuntary pet.
Right. Right.
But Flynn and Whisper see that all of a sudden this kind of bubble of low light emanates around Alaric, and the temperature in this space kind of becomes a nice like 72 degrees, and he goes, right, so you are able to travel freely in and out, but for those of you that are new to the experience, this only protects us from sort of physical attacks and things like that. The higher level magic can still reach us.
Is this just a dome, or is it a sphere?
It's an emanation, so it goes into the ground as well.
Okay. Seeing as that creature burrowed to get away, I didn't want it to be able to come up beneath us.
So it can't, but it can remove the ground beneath us, and we would just fall through it. That's an option.
In one
Something
piece?
I thought about when we were fighting a dragon in a cave that could do the same thing.
Oh, also, we came across you guys. Did you happen to see a fancy orc walking through the woods?
I look to Whisper. I'm like,
I don't recall seeing one.
You know what? It's a story for another time. Don't even worry about it. They'll just start kind of relaxing and stretching.
It might be a story for now if it's pertinent. Is it pertinent, or are you just pulling out some old war stories?
Well, I'm just asking because I assume that he kind of came from their direction, from where
We haven't
found
worked
them.
with an orc recently as long as I've been around, which is not very long. So
No, we didn't work for him. He just gave us
He was talking
ale.
about the one that had the beer and the alcohol.
Yes.
He came out of nowhere. Kind of odd for a guy to just be traveling, and he said that he likes to help travelers. I didn't know if Whisper and Flynn came across him in their travels.
It was rather odd. Jamar just sort of showed up out of nowhere in a very dangerous forest.
Yes. He did have a very good ale, though. It was a very rough night for me. Didn't have to do watch, though.
You're welcome.
But to that point, we still do need to set watches for tonight.
I think it's probably only fair I take first watch, considering what happened on last watch.
And you're sober, so we're good.
Exactly.
I should take last again, probably, because I sleep less.
I rolled a dirty 20. I fed Sammy, and we did some obedience training where I put food on top of him, and then he jumped up and ate it.
I'm gonna need an hour. Actually, I guess 2 hours, because it's per creature, if I'm not mistaken, to extract venom from each of these creatures. Matt, are we mixing the expanded toolcraft with the 2024 poison stuff?
Yeah, I think you have access to both. Is the idea?
Okay. So, it's an hour for each one. Since they're alive, I am, and this is the term for it, don't be weird, be cool, milking them.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Why would that be weird, Jonathan? Jonathan,
It's the
why
weird
is
till you
that
made it
weird?
weird, Jonathan.
I'm not sure what that means, Jonathan. Please tell me what makes it weird.
I'm assuming since these are just like basic things, it would just be the basic poison. The extract DC is 10. I can't roll lower than a 10 for those specific checks plus advantage. Your call, man.
Yeah, you didn't get it.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jonathan, you can't milk those.
Oh goodness, I haven't played League in so long.
I am going to use an hour to resummon Blitzfalka as a giant bat.
Not in here.
Jaffa?
You're not.
I mean, I can
Look
remove
at your
her,
spell. You can't move out.
but I can summon her inside it.
No, she's large.
She can pass through it.
Double check Tiny Hut because previously it would like break the spell if you tried to put a large creature in it.
That was just during the casting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's if you cast it around.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
if when I cast it, there's a large creature. Like
It
if
fails.
any creature is blocking that 10 feet,
Got
then
it,
it
got it,
fails.
Jath looks up and says, "Welcome back."
And yeah, Flynn kind of sees this for the first time. I don't know if
You were just
Whisper.
learning stuff.
Yeah,
I think I had seen it.
Yes. Okay. But after setting up this ritual of incense and herbs and things like that, and muttering this incantation with all the glyphs and symbols around it, briefly there's this smoke that you see it for just a second, looks like a hawk, and then it turns into a giant bat. Its wings just, and then it vanishes as I send it into its pocket dimension. Her. But that'll be for tomorrow.
Do we still double up on watches like we used to?
I think that would be wise. 2 eyes and everything.
When you were gone, we didn't, but it worked out.
I mean, I'm okay doing whatever you all do now. Oh, just FYI, I can see in the dark like it's normal light.
Oh, you're on first watch with me.
Good balance.
I know a lot of the people here who know me always thought it was just one person in this party, but it was always been 2.
I still cannot unless I expend magic to do so for an hour.
That's a waste.
Yeah, I'll do first watch. I'm fine with that.
I cannot see in the dark.
I can.
I can see better than most
In the dark or in general?
in the dark.
Excellent.
You see Barrett kind of grab his shield and start walking out.
You don't have to leave to do the watch.
Oh, I know. I just like staying up, or I like going outside of it for it.
Oh,
Makes
okay.
me feel like I could get more vantage points. Maybe I can't.
And outside of it, you would see that you can't see inside. It is this opaque, kind of mud green color that Alart tried to blend into the surroundings.
Does it blend in with the foliage pretty well?
Well, so it's a solid color. So it's like a solid mud green marble just stuck in the ground right there. So maybe to those that see in the dark, it looks different from the surrounding landscape. But if you're just looking at colors, it might blend in pretty well.
Barrett's going to walk out and then he's going to turn right back around. You know what? I could probably just do my watch from here.
Because you would be able to see creatures and they would not be able to see you.
Yes. All right, guys, get some rest. Whisper and I got it.
No, go to bed.
All right. Any conversations you want on your watches?
So, Whisper, you knew Calder?
I knew the twins. Yeah,
He was a twin.
his brother Obi was with the group originally as well. So I wasn't part of the original group. I came.
No, you're on pause.
I met them in the ruins of Draconia. I was actually captured by a bunch of kobolds, and I had kept myself alive by doing plays for them with and then this group rescued me, but they had recently lost one of their allies who had originally come with them. So for the longest time I was the newest person. And so Celicus and Alaric and Obi and we had a little kid with us too.
My notes said there was a young wizard.
Yeah.
By the way, Jethgos is obviously awake and just like laying there.
Yeah. So, and Calder.
Yeah. I've been traveling with the group for about 4 months now. And I was the newest, but now I believe Flynn to be the newest. You know, I hate to say this, but Calder, good man. I haven't seen death since the battle where I lost my brother, and you know, even traveling just a small amount of time, I'm struggling with it, and I think of the short times that we had, and then I think about him. He's over there within Sammy, and I don't know if that's doing him justice or not, or if we should put him into the ground and give him a proper burial. I don't know what he would want. I think about it a lot. I think about when we were in a mountain pass just a few days ago. Him even flying us across in Sammy was a way for us to survive out here. And not that I'm scared. He was just innovative. And I think we lost a lot without Calder. And I felt a little bit more certain about what may happen within this forest when Calder was here. And I no longer have that whisper.
Yeah.
I never knew he was a twin. I didn't even know he had a brother. What happened to him?
It happened after I left. So I believe somebody said something about the Shadowfell or Shadow Bay realm, something. Must have been somewhere where they went.
Jethgos speaks up again. He's covering his head with his hat, pretending to be asleep, not obviously asleep. Pipes up again and says, "They said they were on or near the river Styx or some other forgetting river. It was in the Shadow Realm, and Obi, as I've been told, got too close or got taken by the river in some way, and his soul slipped away. And in that moment, what I've heard was the soul slipped into Calder, and Calder was now empowered with some sort of second soul ability, some rejoining, and gained some sort of power and moved on. But I don't exactly understand why Obi slipped into the river and his soul was taken, and Calder had to carry it."
Oh.
Hmm.
Do you think Calder would want to be buried, Jeth?
I've known him for less than 3 months. My opinions are irrelevant, but if I were Calder, I would want to be put down in rock and stone in a place that meant something to me, personally.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
mean, once your soul slips off, it doesn't matter. Whatever Gehenna you're going to, whatever eventual plane you're going to land in, or your soul is regarded in, or you're just, again, like my old legends tell of a place where elven souls go and just get recycled. I think everyone else's religion says something differently, but I would at least want to be put or interred into a place that my people felt safe. That's all.
I think tomorrow, when we're all about our wits and awake, I'll ask Alaric and Celicus, somebody who has been traveling with them longer.
They would know. They would know. Yes.
What maybe they think is the right thing to do.
Well, there is something that I know about the twins, and the twins loved life. So I think that if there was a chance that Calder could live again, then he would want us to try and make that happen, which is why I cast the spell to preserve his body.
And I apologize, I'm not well versed in different types of magics. I have the things that I have for my deity and the god that I fight for. But how long does that last? I mean, we're 2 weeks out from the forest. Even if somebody in Charis has that type of magic, I mean, what is the time frame on that?
It will last for 10 days, and I can cast it again in 10 days, and I'll keep it. It won't, as long as I cast the spell, his body won't be able to be possessed or become undead, and it won't deteriorate. It'll stay preserved. Also, I think that probably for Calder, inside Sammy is the safest place that he would want to be.
And I thought the same. Personally, this is probably a little bit grotesque, but I thought even Calder would want to be fed to Sammy with his demise. Obviously, with you preserving the body, there's a little bit of a different situation. I'm glad that we have that option, Whisper. And I'm glad that we ran into you.
I'm glad that I was able to return. I didn't really want to go, but sometimes you're needed other places.
Yes. Well, if you would like, I don't know how big of a fan you are for ales, or how you feel about tomorrow. But you'll see Barrett kind of reach out of his backpack, and he still has some of the ale that he got from the orc. After shift, we could have some of this, which I'm not against. Or possibly I keep this until one day in the future when we see Calder again, when we have someone that can revive him. We drink this with Calder. What do you think?
I think that Calder would like the opportunity to try something as amazing as you've described that as. And even if we're not able to bring him back, you know Calder was a pirate for a while, right?
I didn't.
He and his brother spent a lot of time at sea, so I think if there were any place that he'd like to be returned to, it would probably be there.
Thank you for the information.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm good with I was going to say I'm good with First Watch. If you want to add to it, go for it.
Tipping of his hat, Jathquist once again says, "We're a long way from the sea, just so you know. We're not close at all. It's a long trip."
Oh, I know. And as long as I stay alive and can keep casting the spell on Calder, we're fine. But if I die, then it's up to you all what you want to do with his corpse at that point.
Not unreasonable, but Whisper, are you the wise one? you the smart one in this crew, this motley band of whatever we are. You seem to have the most answers.
I spent a lot of time trying to keep them alive. I would make suggestions, but people are going to do what people do.
I don't think your record's held against you, but it's a bit spotty.
Yeah, well, I do my best to.
Fair. I'm gonna pass out for 4 hours and take third watch. So see you shortly. But thank you.
All right. Have a good rest.
I'm
Grace
good with
drops in
first
trance.
watch.
Sorry, 2 people spoke at the same time, and I'm not sure what was said.
Oh, I apologize. I said I'm good with first watch if everybody else is.
Yep.
And
Alright.
Jathquil has dropped in a trance. He's obviously not lucid anymore.
I'd do second watch. If anybody.
I am
was
also
gonna
on
be
second
fine.
watch.
Right. Do you would like any conversation?
Yeah.
I don't have to gaslight you as much anymore, Molly.
There's still always time. So poisons, huh?
Yes, what about them?
That's your thing, poisons?
Yes, and 2 of my siblings are acrobats and another a weaver. That is a tapestry you're working on, yes?
Oh,
The roll at the bottom of your
I
pack?
dabble.
I find it's not really something you dabble in. It's something that you do wholeheartedly. I've never found somebody that does it just for the roteness of the actions. May I ask what the subject is?
It's been our adventures from the very beginning to now, and you'll see that Celicus has that you wouldn't really notice it, I don't think. But you would see that there's portions of it that look really uneven, almost like there had been work done and then it had been undone and then redone numerous times. But you don't know to like what extent.
What does it look like?
Currently what it looks like is that there are scenes going vertically downwards. So at the very top, you would have a group of people on a bridge crossing a chasm, and then right underneath it would be a different number of them going back. And then the next scene down, there would be this big shadowy monstrosity that kind of looks like a dragon but with tentacles, and its maw is open over the shadows of figures. And then there's another scene of a glowing boy in the sky, and then a scene of 2 brothers in front of a chest of gems. But that's the portion that looks like it's been altered a lot.
And you've been doing this while traveling. This is good work.
Thank you. So his looks very kind of like humble about his work, despite the fact that like I think it would look like very good work. When I
I
was
imagine
young, it wasn't looked kindly upon.
discipline was looked on unkindly.
There were certain expectations set for me growing up.
That sounds unfortunate.
And then I was given to the temple, and then there were new expectations.
As long as we were chasing our passions, my folks were happy to have us do as we wished and were always encouraging. Granted, my passion was probably the strangest of my siblings, but I showed enthusiasm for it and pursued it diligently, and so it was fine. And I'm not nearly the strangest person of Rothold, so.
You know, I have heard stories of that place. Like, they're just the weather. How do you get around that weather?
It's not really something you can move up. You can't get around whether it's going to happen. They've done a fantastic job mitigating the effects. As I mentioned, the moss on the roofs. There was other magical enchantments that were enacted. When it's a constant for you, you find ways to adapt.
There was this troop of goblins that came through the tavern one day when we were gambling our latest earnings away, and they were telling all of these stories of all of the, what were they called, their great influencers.
Yes. Though I only knew them as the influencers. And I didn't know them personally, but yes, there's a statue to them. They've since passed. The last, I believe, was named Silver, and she's not been there for quite some time.
But people still talk about her, huh? So she's not truly gone.
If that's the way you feel about it, then I suppose that's one way to look about it.
A wise man once said to me that as long as a person's remembered, they're never truly gone. And since I signed on to this trip with him, and Celicus points a thumb over to sleeping Alaric, who's, I think, curled up on his side around his book, holding it with a death grip.
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I misspoke. It was Adora that has since left. Silver passed with Riparian on their last encounter.
Mm.
My apologies. Did you know of this Silver person?
No, but the goblins that I spoke to mentioned her.
I mean, if we ever make it that far east, I'm happy to show you all around.
Honestly, at this point, I'd be grateful to see a beach.
It's difficult to find poisons at the beach. You tend to have to dive much deeper to find creatures that have venom. And being as small as I am likely seen as prey within the water.
Well, I have a rune that could fix that, but so far it only seems to work on me. I'll figure it out eventually.
To be
That
clear,
were
I'm
large,
fine with
Will.
my size. I don't think I'd want to be any larger. I find I'm able to fit in places most people cannot.
And Celica's kind of like looks looks over at like the far corner of her little like thing at like where Kaelin is. It's like, and he kind of like mutters to himself, "If only I were 2 inches taller." Because Kaelin is actually taller than him.
I'm all set.
I'm also too.
Alaric just does math by candlelight on his watch.
I gotta go check my food. I'll be right back.
You said that, and I thought wristwatch, and I'm like, what?
Mm.
Oh, but Jathgrove gets a long rest. That's nice.
Yep.
Nice. Sorry. Anything else?
Any action on third watch?
Alaric
Nope,
is
we're good.
really bad at taking a watch because he is real focused on trying to figure his spell out.
The term is obsessive. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In that case, sounds like you all can finish your long rest.
Do I want to switch out any spells? I don't think so. I think I was doing good.
As the dawn breaks, are there any tells, any reads around us? Anything weird happening?
I think as you looking about now, it seems as though the smell and the amount of filth is lessened a little bit. And the skittering you hear is a constant backdrop in this place. Always moving above. Almost watching. Seems while it's above you, I don't get the sense it is moving in one direction over you and away.
Which
instead of
direction?
Multiple ways. It would be west.
So, again, the insect and rodent movement is going to the west.
Yes, you've been traveling east. It's always been around you, and now seems to be.
Is there a direction it's apparently going or no? I mean, not like cardinal directions, more like something it's going towards. Some like forest, mountains, some geographic thing.
I mean, the mountains are to your west, but you're very far away from them now. And I mean, because I did this travel, you probably like for this night's probably taken about like 3 days so far, just because I never do day by day travel, so it's always more bigger pieces. But it does get a little crazy. But as far as like something specific, it doesn't seem like you can't. There's nothing you can think of where you feel like it's going towards that. Though I guess as you're trying to pay attention, you do feel like as you're really trying to understand this and move and try to see the best you can where movements are, like in a good distance through the wood, a lot of the leaves taken off. You can see better in this section of the forest than in others. You feel like some of it is after a bit of distance as you look to the east and to the south, you see more of it kind of going south as well.
So, like movement away from Charis.
We're not headed towards Charis. But yes, there's some movement kind of parallel and away from Charis currently.
But it would be moving west, in a similar direction to like where the hive was, where we saw the insects and the mice or the rats. Correct?
Yeah.
As dawn breaks.
I guess as you get that thought, you would look around and you can actually see that some seem to be moving north as well. The distance around you trying to take this in to account. So I think with this you're trying to get is they seem maybe more to be moving away from a thing than towards a thing.
Is it obvious what thing?
No, not this time. But if you're ready to continue to move.
As they wake up, I will back brief what I've seen so far in terms of like movements and what's happening towards Charis and away from Charis, and give some sort of vague sense, again, third watch, of as the dawn breaks, this is what it feels like right now and what's going on.
So it seems like they're moving away from what we're walking towards.
Not guaranteed to be dangerous, but maybe an opening.
Yeah, maybe dangerous, but at least we don't have to worry about the burrowing rat, possibly.
Possibly. But speaking of that, Zauber strong mage armor.
Barrett just starts stretching and he's like, yeah, in the 4 months I've been with you, that's the Gaslighter way, right? One out of one fire into another, possibly.
Or webbing in this case.
Please don't remind me.
Or digestive tract.
Molly, your mic sounds super far away, just so you know. Or at least it did for me.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
I said, or digestive tract.
Perfect.
Is there anything to be gained from studying the blue cubes?
Give me a Arcana check.
I'll help. I'm an asshole. I'll definitely be over his shoulder.
22.
Nice. Taking your time really looking at this, trying to understand it. You pause as you realize this is something that has been heavily... This is almost like a creature or even piece of a creature that has been heavily mutated and treated by magical means. And dehydrated.
Is this a gelatinous
simple.
cube?
It is.
Is this a dehydrated gelatinous cube?
It is a dehydrated cube.
If you add it to water, shit just become a. Never mind.
Don't eat that.
You believe that you could undo it with about 2 gallons of water.
I can make that easy every day.
With your check, you believe at least it was probably derived from a gelatinous cube. And it has like this odd smell to the point where it seems that as opposed to being essentially a cube of acid, it, if fully hydrated, would be a cube of soap.
Just for nerd's sake, we're replacing acid with lye, right?
Essentially. And if so you found these are cleaning cubes in D&D Beyond.
Amazing.
Well, Lark, don't go into the river.
You'll get real foamy real quick. That's amazing. All right, so we set up business. We put 2 of those in a vat with 200 gallons of water and everyone else's clothes. Instant clean.
Yeah, moving around, they'd have that agitation going on.
There's an anime about that. He
About a
straight up
huge
uses
laundry machine?
slimes to run a laundry business.
That's fun.
Guys, I have a business idea.
They eat all the stuff off of people's clothes, but not the clothes themselves, and he runs a laundry business. And instead of becoming an adventurer, like he's an adventurer for all like 5 days just to get the slimes to then start a laundry business.
Sure.
So, Flynn,
Amazing.
Yes, Barrett.
you've I see your friend you have and what you can do. Have you ever seen webbing like this? The red webbing? Does that seem a little bit alarming to you at all?
Intriguing, more like. But no, I've not seen red webbing previously.
All right, just a passing thought as Barrett starts to get the rest of his armor on and grab his shield. And then, how far are we from the red webbing? I know you said 3 days that had passed. I mean, travel-wise, how far are we away from that?
So I'd say now, as you would get to go, you'd be coming upon the webbing and realizing that is what you think these things are moving away from.
Okay.
And we'll just do this. As you approach the vast webbing here, it is between trees and rocks and branches, all about, and stuck in it, you can see rats and centipedes, creating almost this barrier. And it's as though the filth has begun to flee this area. These creatures have caught much, but also, and it's multi-layered into such a way that every foot you'd think you'd find yourselves like lifting high and having to step and then duck and move. Very, very thick. Pushing around and trying to navigate. And even looking at it now, easily as like within your sight lines, you can see it spread out. And then begin to curve a little bit as though it's encasing a very particular area.
So the bramble seems arcane, right? Like it's crafted. It's not natural. It's like some kind of like effect, maybe.
I would say whether it's natural or not, you're not sure, because there is. I mean, you don't think little spiders did this, but certainly, depending on how big of things, and all of you have not, spiders bigger than 2 or 3 individuals aren't unheard of in the tales of adventurers.
So, looking to Flynn, I'm sort of assuming here that you're a bit of the arachnid expert. Going in there, do you think it would serve some purpose for you?
It would allow me to see what made this.
I suppose, what is it you hope to gain?
The same thing that you would gain by studying a book.
So you possibly learning stronger poisons. I guess the sort of the real question is
dangerous. I understand that.
Right? Is the juice worth the squeeze here?
I don't know yet what the juice is, so I wouldn't be able to answer that question.
Well, in your dealings, is there anything we could do to... are we just making ourselves a meal by going in here? Is there any way to avoid that, or we just have to prepare for the worst?
I would say, walking through this area, we were defending ourselves from becoming a meal. This is just a different area. I don't think this webbing is any more dangerous than the domain we've spent the past few days crossing.
Well, it looks like the webbing was designed to keep out the swarms of vermin.
Well, spiders that size would eat the vermin, so they're just prey animal running from a predator.
So there's a predator in there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I guess, okay, so I'm sort of narrowing this question down as I'm thinking of it. Are we just going to go in and try and kill the biggest thing we find, you learn what you can, and we get out? Or are you hoping to, like, have a conversation to, like, learn some secret poison in here?
Well, seeing as the last creature we ambushed and tried to attack was sentient, and that turned out to be the incorrect decision, your words, not mine, I still believe that putting down that abomination wouldn't have been a bad thing. But I am more comfortable with arachnids, if that's what you mean. That rat creature was clearly some amalgamation of magic.
All right, so we go in. to clarify, do you want to go in there and try and talk to the spiders?
I'm happy to approach alone if you are not comfortable doing so.
That sounds very dangerous for you. Like, one-way trip, dangerous for you. But you're willing to risk your life for whatever might be in there?
Yes.
Fair.
I've known you for a week. I've known Whisper for slightly longer than that. I wouldn't ask you to do this. This is my curiosity, my intent to learn. I can state that I have my reasons for wanting to look into it, but I'm not willing to expand past that at this time.
Okay, then brass tacks, are there any opposed to going in? Like...
Alaric, I have a quick question. I know you don't know too much about hags within your studies. I mean, is there anything that could have... I don't know if they keep pets. He points to all of the rats that are within the webbing kind of here and there dead. Like, any magic that they could have done with the blood of rats? If this, if Flynn wants to go in there and talk to somebody, I'm okay with that. But are we walking into possibly the hag's den?
Oh, no. So that's far to the south. That was sort of the fungal area. It was the hag's domain. That's best of my knowledge. The fungal area was the hag's domain. The swarm-infested area, maybe the Rat King's domain. But this is unto itself.
You all seem very concerned about this, and I'll look down to my shoulder. Little Shadow, will you go investigate for me, please? And Little Shadow will blink out of existence, going invisible, and I will send Little Shadow in to go scout out this place.
They are an imp?
It's the Quasit stat block, just visage of a spider.
Perfect. Okay.
And
So I don't know if you'd want to give them a climb speed for that, but they typically just have 40 speed.
Yeah, you're good. Would you have a Jethgrius?
As Flynn sends the spider along, he says out loud, "If you don't mind, I could hitch along as well, but differently." And then in Flynn's head, he hears, "We're not connected. For about 4 miles of distance. You can speak to me, I can speak to you. I don't tell people about this, but if you send me a thought, I will receive it, and I will send you a thought in return. We are temporarily connected as long as you're willing, or don't fight me. And if you come across trouble, I will happily inform the rest."
And just returning telepathic message, just because it seems that you don't wish everyone to know of this capability. You're welcome to view through my eyes. I don't advise delving too deeply.
I have no intention at all. And it's more a convenience problem where when I need people to know this is a thing, it happens, and when it don't, it doesn't. But you in particular are off on your own path, so I would love to keep an eye on things if it's acceptable.
And I will say that I don't know what you may see when I view through Little Shadow.
I may not. We'll see.
I like that concept, though. That you could piggyback on to looking through.
Yeah, you're piggybacking through my Find Familiar. That's cool.
I do like that. That's really fun.
Suddenly, the drone.
So I will send Little Shadow in to go scout ahead to hopefully ease the minds of my party members or verify their doom.
And Jath is not speaking until it's obvious he's speaking, because he's just watching until he's just talk about it. But he's obviously like a little bit focused somewhere else.
But yeah, I will be using I think it's a bonus action to stay within your familiar's head.
Absolutely.
So that way I can be watching through his eyes.
And how long does that last?
I think I just have to.
How
upkeep
far is
each
what I
one.
was what I meant to ask him.
Find familiar. Let me double check. So it's 100 feet of telepathic connection. But I believe additionally, as a bonus action, you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits any special senses. So I just I upkeep it as a bonus action. But I can only telepathically communicate to him within 100 feet.
And my link is only 8 minutes and 4 miles from Flynn.
I don't think the distance part.
So you can give it a command, but after 100 feet, you can't give it another command.
Yeah.
It's just following the one you gave it when it was within range.
And then I don't think there's the distance on the magic action to dismiss it to the pocket dimension from what I can see. So I will just tell it. I will tell Little Shadow to go scout whilst invisible, and then I'll be looking through his eyes, and then should I need to, assuming he doesn't somehow get ambushed and killed in one shot, I can magic action him to the pocket dimension and then bring him back out safely near me. But his order is to go scout out the webbing.
Yeah. You find that they seem to be able to walk the webbing without disturbance, moving in throughout, and very quickly, within about 10 feet, they exit your physical sight. As you look around, as they're going up and down and stringing themselves along, and move about this for around 60 feet before it opens up to this red-tinged nearly pristine-looking area. It's like you're in a dome of the crimson web. The sunlight that bursts through, giving this pink-red glow to everything as it makes its way. And now you see this like section is encased, protected, as they skitter and scatter along. At its center, you find what appears to be a cave that looks like it was once sealed by a large stone. Runes in crimson dot the area, very ruined, like what looks like was once a heavy ritual site of some type. But unmistakably, fresh blood has been added recently.
I'd have been narrating what I was seeing as it was going for the people that were not watching through me.
And I will say you were able to see. I'll give you the visual here.
Nice.
I want to share it to the stream. I lost the share.
So communicating to Jath, who can hear, to mentally connect to Flynn, who can't hear.
You're one of the few that understands. One of the few that understands. Yes. You've connected before. If you can speak to me, I can speak to him. That's funny.
We made walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Somehow. By Fong.
Okay, lots of blood. Any tracks of discernible creatures other than the arachnid kind?
Do you want me to ask him?
Yes, please.
Okay. Blood. Are there tracks of arachnid variety? Someone adjacent to me is now asking me to relay the message. That's
Yes, I will look around.
I apologize. You're right next to me. By the way, your spider is incredibly nimble. Incredibly nimble.
You've not seen very many spiders, apparently.
I haven't seen through the eyes of. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm looking around to try to garner any potentially missed details.
So, sure, as you're looking about, go ahead and give me a perception check.
19.
19.
Nice.
You can see there seem to have been tracks of humanoids that were here. You're able to deduce that it looks like some were dragged inside. You see other evidence of like there were humanoids that maybe were around this place before whatever happened and had fled. You do see large marks in the ground, looking like something that would have possibly dragged its legs, thin relative to its total size, consistent with large spiders, into the cave. And as far as other wildlife, there almost seems to be, well, none except when you look around and see so many birds and other things that maybe were scared whenever this happened and found themselves in this encased web cocoon.
So I'll have said that back out to you all what I was seeing as I was seeing it, and just states it appears there could be humanoid survivors within the cave. Granted, there is a lot of bloodshed, but
that is a lot of blood, yes. A lot.
It seems like some humanoids fled as whatever this scene is portraying happened, and some were taken into the cave.
You think maybe
Much of this is fresh.
Snacks for later?
Possibly. Depending on the species of arachnid, they do prefer to keep them in a stupor rather than decomposing.
You're assuming arachnid, yes?
Yes. Large, but arachnid.
So it doesn't sound like any sort of negotiating or bartering would be happening if we went in there to rescue the food.
We thought that rat monstrosity was also not sentient. I don't know why we're making the same assumption again.
Well, no, it's just this. At least from the description, it sounds like there were people here that were.
Would you also not flee if you were a helpless commoner and there was a large or potentially huge or gargantuan arachnid? People flee from the sight of just the common arachnid.
Well, no, from your description, it sounds to me like those gathered were making the markings of you said like red markings or some kind of runes, some symbols on the surrounding area, and then the attack happened and some were dragged into this cave and some fled.
We don't know that it was the humanoids that made the symbols. For all we know, the arachnids made the symbols.
That would be interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Sentient arachnids? We also wouldn't have known what that rat creature was until today. That was not something that you would see on a regular basis.
I think there are books about it, actually. I think there were some recordings at some point.
I'll come out of Little Shadow for a moment and I will draw some of the symbols for Alaric to see if he recognizes them as a particular arcane formula, or just so I'll draw whatever whole symbols I was still able to see, and then suggest that we at least take a closer look. There doesn't appear to be any danger currently within, at the very least.
Yeah, I'll take a look at Flynn's drawing, see if I recognize the
Help.
symbols.
My usual snarky ass opinions about knowledge mages are present.
Yeah, except Jath's help is to Flynn. He's like, no, you drew that wrong.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
So they're correcting the line.
Absolutely. Give me an Arcana check.
All right. That's 20 for 30. Let's go.
Whoa.
Damn.
I know everything about these symbols.
You know everything you can possibly know about the symbols for your background, yeah.
Except you drew them wrong. It's like, I don't know anything about this.
I drew them from the perspective
Oh,
that I
right.
was seeing them as Little Shadow, and you're like,
Yeah.
wait, and you just walk
Yeah.
around to this. Oh, now I recognize.
Yeah,
So,
it's like
Luke,
perspective is wonky.
I need you to tell me
Hmm.
why you know so much about the Claret orders.
Can you repeat the name of the order? The
The Claret.
Claret.
the Claret order.
They were the ones after Calder.
Does he get 5 minutes of Googling?
Yeah, how is
Okay,
that spelled?
So these would be the orders in which blood hunters come from.
Yes.
So I'll give you the quick one. Basically, centuries ago, when the Drajalian Empire was invading the Julish Dominion, there was a deal made to keep the Empire out, which the fine print, not read, made it a place of undead and demonic hordes, so that the Empire could not invade. A priest of the Raven Queen, specifically Trent Orman, prayed for a way to protect this and blessed him with the secrets of blood magic. From there, he trained others in how to harness it and use it, and ultimately the Claret orders and the blood hunters and blood clerics were able to use this understanding of Hemocraft or Sangromancy to cleanse the lands. But ultimately, upon the cleansing being done, the Empire now was able to immediately move into the very tired Julish Dominion armies, kill them or overtake them, and then frame and use propaganda to say it was the Claret orders that actually summoned the fiends, and thus they were hated and driven out into small pockets, is the abbreviated version.
Okay. So seeing the symbols, you see kind of recognition of light on Alaric's features, and he's like, this is surprising. I thought maybe that the symbols were made and then the blood sort of maybe turned them this color when they mixed with it, but these symbols are specific to hemocraft, to sangromancy, to the magic of blood.
Right, stop for a second. You're saying there's actually a spell focus on blood?
An extreme focus. An entire clerical order devoted to it. An entire study
Clerical
of wizards.
Order.
And well, and then an entire devotion of people dedicated to using their blood to hunt monsters, to hunt aberrations, to hunting spirits, fiends.
That's insane. Why?
Well, that can be said of any study of magic from anyone with a certain perspective.
Necromancy, sure, but bloodcraft?
It's very powerful when used correctly, much like anything
Powerful,
else.
sure, but oh.
There's a group
it's-
of them in the Vermalock Wildwood. I know
It's
that
an
much.
exceedingly efficient way of tracking someone if you have their blood and you know how to use it.
We've
I-
met someone
this-
before who can do it.
And
Remember?
I point to us and was like, Calder was being, well, hunted by an order using this or something similar to this symbol. And Calder being Calder, we'd never delved too deeply into the whys. We talked a little bit, but I thought, well, this might be something that comes back up. And so I didn't really tell anyone, but it was something that I began researching, is that symbol and what it relates to. And it was a bit of a rabbit hole that kept on going and going. And I still don't know everything, but I thought it might be of use if they ever came back. And well, here we are. I certainly didn't expect to find it here, though. But what makes this interesting is that the amount of blood that you discovered around the area, I mean, it that could have been part of the craft, not necessarily them being butchered, but them using hemocraft in the area could have done that. I haven't done it myself, so I'm not sure exactly what it looks like, but I'm saying it's possible that that amount of blood was necessary for whatever arcane functions they were doing there. But it's undeniable that it looks like a very large arachnid descended upon them and carried them into that cave, and that there were survivors, at least from that event. But again, it's not as simple as the arachnid came and killed everyone, and that's the explanation for all the blood.
Celicus, didn't you mention the woman from the Black Ledger had a necklace full of blood in Draconia?
That's what I was saying. We've met someone who can do blood magic. Selrixa.
Alark, in your studies, this isn't a common magic, right?
I suppose it's not common, no. It's a lot of the schools don't even recognize it as it's sort of
Many of them ban it. Actually, kill
where
people who do that. That it's a banned
frowned
school in
upon.
some cases.
It yes, it is not widely taught at the higher institutions,
Do you,
mainly because of what's required in order to practice it.
and do we think there's any connection between the ledger and what could have happened here, or do you think it's just coincidence. Does anybody know if the Black Ledgers reach outside of Draconia and what they're trying to, the power that they're having in Draconia reaches outside of it, or do we not know?
What is the Black Ledger?
Bellaril, that was his name. Sorry, it just came to me.
Basically, the Black Ledger is an organization not unlike a type of thieves guild, but albeit a bit more organized, and they seemed more like they were deep into Zareth Kithril rather than
Yes,
out
yes,
and
that's what it
about.
was. Flynn, think of a thieves guild, but more political, a little bit more influence. The people were standing behind them more within the city.
All thieves guilds are political. I think what you're conflating is a street gang.
Yes, there wasn't a ton of.
One does not form a thieves guild and not make their way into politics to find those that can be manipulated. So are we... Is this enough information to get you all to come in with me?
I must say I'm intrigued.
Oh, I definitely would have gone in with you because, well, your sisters would be pretty upset if something happened to you when I was here.
They would not hold that against you. You know that.
Okay, I would hold it against myself then. I was trying to blame your sisters, pass the responsibility, but I mean, you did basically save me when we first met, so that would be terrible. Yeah.
At least
Anyway.
Whisper, I think you can just state that we are friends at this point, and that is why you would have followed.
Yes, we are friends, and I would follow you.
Yeah, I'll go in because a death sentence would be a relief at this age.
How old are you?
I actually discussed this with John earlier.
35.
When it comes to dwarves, I believe that I am like 290. I'm an older dwarf.
Oh, wow.
Mike and I were going over that not too long ago. He's like, "No, I'm old." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "He's like 150." I'm like,
23.
"I'm pretty sure dwarves can live to like 400 or 500 years old."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh no, then I'm much older."
I'm way older than that then.
He's like, "I've got maybe 20 or so years left."
So, right, we avoid the webbing to not alert the spiders. Hopefully, yes, we can.
From what you've been able to gather since of the near perfect visual that you're able to get from this, the other thing, because that was you got like what it was. It seemed to, at least when it was fully intact, your guess or your very educated deduction, I guess, is that it would ultimately cause people's blood to boil and begin to be poisonous to themselves should they got fairly close. Mostly, I think that effect mostly on the outside, though. There were some nasty effects that were on the inside, but the big thing that you can see on the inside, looked like a way that it could strip a being's immortality, ultimately changing them to humid for a period of time should they get too close, humanoid. You deduce things like demons and such things that would enable them to be killed on the material plane.
So like an effect, like a radiant effect.
Yeah, though it's been shattered and dispersed.
So this would be built to protect something, right?
So
Seem to be made to keep things in and out, and the things kept in specifically of other planar orientation.
Oh, this is the Hemocraft version of a magic circle, but with added effects to make it specific and more powerful. Magic circle, you can trap things like fiends, celestials inside it, or the inverse. You can keep them out. It's sort of your designation when you create it. This looked specifically designed to kill an immortal being. My guess is it was designed to trap something there and then kill it.
Would this be considered holy or unholy ground then?
To hallow or desecrate something, I think that's, well, my guess is that's somewhat different. This is, if you have a specific being like a powerful fiend that not typically when you kill them on the mortal plane, they just return to their plane of origin. They reconstitute themselves there. You've just done extra steps to banish them. This would effectively annihilate them. It would make them temporarily mortal, and then the other aspects of the spell would boil the blood within them that is now mortal and kill them. But it looks like they were unable to complete it.
It looks like it was completed.
Oh,
it's been shattered.
Gotcha. So they were successful. There's enough there of the markings to determine that they completed it, but my best guess is that something was sent to destroy it, or what they tried to trap was too powerful and destroyed it. That's my best guesses.
Or it's a single-use ritual that draws the power from it and then shatters after completion.
Or possibly something trying to drain the essence of whatever was there to become more powerful, possibly.
Well, my assumption here, based on what I saw, is that it was designed not to drain, but to kill.
Yes.
And I still think we should go and see if there are survivors that were taken into the cave. Because at the very least, the arachnid creature that drug it in there is a threat to Charis, who we're trying to ally ourselves with. Or could be a threat.
We're going to go to the cave, aren't we, Alaric?
I think it's worth it. Exceedingly dangerous, but I think it's worth it.
Barrett just kind of kicks the mud around him and he just goes, yeah.
If you're dragging your feet, we could talk about why.
I don't have a death wish. I'd like to see tomorrow.
Well, what age do you want to die at? Honestly, I'm 128 at this point. At what age do you feel like you should be dying? Is there a number you're aiming for, or some sort of like gate or goal? What's your hope?
Not a number. It's really more of something that I don't even know if it exists anymore, and that is
Which
the
is what?
simple fact. I'd like to see if my brother is still out there, and dying before I get that information would not be something that I want to do.
So, how old is your brother?
Younger than me.
Numbers.
He's 250.
Great. And you're how old?
290.
You guys lived about 500-ish, roughly.
Lucky, not many do. Closer
you have
to
you have plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Relative to other people, but to my people, it's towards the end. The better years are behind us.
Fine. Why fixate on your brother, or why fixate on your life? You have many years ahead.
Jathquiel, you're elvish.
Yes. Yes.
You say 128 as if your kind do not live to the 1,000.
You're not wrong. However,
You are a
his
child
life-
in his eyes.
And not to say I know too much about Elvish culture, but there is a reincarnation within your beliefs. Is that correct?
For some, yes.
I don't get a second chance, Jath. Once I go, my opportunity is gone.
Fair, as you wish.
I don't know that death. We're talking about death and age and numbers. I think that typically, if you want to live longer, you don't become an adventurer. So, since you decided to go out on an adventure and especially join this group, you have accepted that death is probably something that is in your future outside of your preferred timetable.
Of course, Whisper, but the reason that I adventured out, that I even left the Crimson Order, was to find my brother. The reason that I met the party, that I'm here now, was in search of him. My main goal is still to find my brother. The things that happen.
And you have a goal that'll keep you alive.
Yeah.
In a great feat of irony, I accepted this for money, which I still have not received. Celicus stares at Alaric.
I asked you when I first met you if you all signed a contract and what your contract said, and you didn't read it.
I don't recall a contract.
I mean, technically, you joined later when it wasn't about the money. I guess I'm just
I
saying
It really isn't about the money anymore.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
I mean, technically,
It's an investment opportunity. That's what you're saying.
Technically, we split the
Oh, God,
treasures,
my
so in
dog
a
is
way we
going
get
nuts.
paid.
Correct. Your cut of what we earn in treasure or gold is your payment. You've been paid many times over, Celicus. I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's not like Alaric is hoarding it. We see what he spends it on: paper and ink.
It was a joke to kind of liven up the mood. Everybody was getting really dark here, talking about life and death and reincarnation.
Oh.
As you wish.
Barrett, to be fair, your hands are weathered and tough. I believe you were a soldier prior to searching for your brother.
Yes.
Is that not
is
equally
correct.
a dangerous profession?
Maybe
It is. You know the risks going into it when you join the order. And you all being adventurers know the risk adventuring. For me, it was a little bit easier to go into Death's Dance alongside my brother. But now that I don't know, I should say, what happened to him, I have a little bit more caution about what may happen to me and my pursuit of, my goals. I have no qualms with adventuring with you guys, but also be lying to you if I said that my main focus within adventuring isn't to find out more about my brother. If he's still alive, if the cult that we were fighting the night or the day that I woke on the battlefield didn't take him, change him. Flynn, do you have any siblings?
Yes, 6.
6. And are you close to any of them?
Yes, all of them. Though not
Yeah.
physically now.
Of course. If one of them was just gone one day and you didn't know what happened to them, you went out looking for them, would you have a little bit more caution with how you handled yourself day to day?
I suppose so. Though depending on which of them it was, they may have just been pursuing their passion.
Different direction. You were in a fight, in a war with one of them, fighting alongside you. You wake up on a pasture wherever it could have been. The last thought you had was a battle alongside your brother. And you wake up to nothing but dead bodies around you. Your brother nowhere scattered within the bodies. Bloodshed everywhere. That's the last that you saw of him. Would you go looking?
I suppose in that instance, yes, I would.
That's the position I am in. And don't mistake, I care for all of you, and you've all put your lives on the line for me. But with that being said, if it came down to a chance to live another day, I'm gonna take it. Just for the chance to see if my brother's still out there. And so if I'm a little bit cautious about going into a Hemocraft, what we can at least discern to be a ritual circle of some sorts.
Well, not anymore.
He just kind of looks at Alark and he's like, I get it. But I'm just a little bit cautious. But I also know that I am going to go with you. And so, on that note, I say we go in there. And he kind of like picks his shield up out of the mud and starts trotting in the way of where it would be.
I guess I'll say this now, since you all seem to have taken this blood hunter ritual fairly well. I have a sister, Fenry, who is of the order.
Of the order?
Of blood hunters. I don't recall if she's specifically of the Claret order. That wasn't something that I ever... She was private about it, and so I didn't dig deeper out of respect. She's who I am closest with of my siblings.
I can appreciate that you saved that until now.
So we may very well be walking in to save my sister.
Flynn, can I ask you something?
You may.
Did you have that information prior to us looking in? Did you know about the webs? Did you have a reason to come here without telling us?
The webs initially intrigued me for a different reason. Once I saw the ritual, it made me think of her. I didn't know what would be in here. As you can see from my abilities and from Little Shadow, I've taken a liking to arachnids, and so that's what initially drew me. But I felt it pertinent to reveal the information now about my sister, since you all weren't just trying to claim their heads immediately.
Well, I think that makes time more of the essence. There's nothing else. I'm ready to go.
Yes, and I think I'd be much of a hypocrite if I didn't join you in the possibility of danger and pursuit of your sister if I had the same expectation for you and my brother. But from now on, maybe just try to be a little bit more vocal about things. The more that we know, the better equipped we are. All right, Flynn?
Which is why I told you before we went in.
Perfect.
I didn't know until we viewed this and Alaric confirmed what it was. Because I am not of the Order, so I did not understand what this was.
Well, let's get ready for a family reunion, hopefully.
Preferably, it is not Fenrir who we find within. Because that would mean that she is safe still.
Jath's going to start quietly and softly picking thoughts out of Flynn's head.
If this is you casting detect magic or detect thoughts with with just the surface thoughts.
Cha 15. Cha 16 right now.
Okay.
Just trying to give some surface thoughts.
Oh, well then you don't need the save is for only if you dig deeper. You see the image of Fenrir, another halfling, short hair, usually tucked behind her ears, scar across her face on her left cheek, going vertically just below the eye, down, and just the deep connection that they shared, that like she took interest or showed interest in like new poisons that I would bring, like, oh, I discovered this and that, and I would practice, weaponry with her and whatnot. So very, very close to her. And that's what currently thinking about, but also thinking like Fenrir is capable. This is unlikely to be her, but I would still I'm still wanting to go check to make sure. Excellent. Like definitely not leaving without checking, even if he's going solo.
Sure.
Whisper will walk next to Alaric and say, there was a time that I would try and talk us out of doing this, right?
I thought you were going to.
Oh, no. I've learned. Sometimes you just have to let things happen. And just try and be there for the people when they do.
And then bear the consequences.
We're good at that, right?
We're learning. Flynn, I'll follow your lead.
And I would call Little Shadow back to me, still invisible, because I don't think their invisibility ends.
I will Blessing of the Trickster bear.
Oh, it is. It's just they don't have a limit on how often they can do it. Sick. So, Little Shadow invisible on my shoulder, and I will begin to stealth my way forward into this cave.
Well, into the webbing, the crimson web dome.
Oh, right. Well, I thought that we had made our way in, and that's how you had studied the actual.
No, you had given him information. You guys drew it out, and
then yes,
Pierce was looking over, and he's very arcane. He's been like helping with all the checks, so kind of assumed he was able to,
piece it fully together. Then so I would just lead in, Little Shadow staying where he is.
Into the thick of it.
With that, we will end for tonight.